All right, I'm just gonna be going over what simple SAT is, how it works, what it really is. So first things first, 1,686 real Blue Book questions we've imported. You can sign in so that you can save your progress. But yeah, get started. Basically, what this is, guys, no math at all. It's just reading and writing. I mean, a lot of people really struggle for reading and writing, so I made this tool just for people who are struggling for reading and writing. And yeah, you can complete your profile, but I'm just gonna go in and on everything. So easy, medium, hard. These are toggle buttons, so you can choose whatever you want. We'll get into this diagnostic later, but this is the main phase. This is always going to be free. Our drills are free. Drill a skill is free. I'll get into these as soon as possible. But let me start with an example. Like, let's do rhetorical synthesis, right? So this is going to be in study mode. It's really simple. You press it. You can do E for explanation. You can go to the next problem. We also have switched to preview and test mode, just like the real test. You can highlight. You can do notes. And you can see all the questions that you can do here. And of course, if you switch to like medium, you're only going to get your medium problems, etc. One of my favorite parts, let's do a couple problems real quick so that we have some analytics. So best part, you can go down to drills and you see we just got 4 questions wrong, right? So now you can drill those questions immediately. Here's by topic. So if we have, if we go to transitions actually, you can switch back over. But I like doing just the test preview because that's like it's most test realistic and it's easiest. But look, 7 to learn. You can pick specific topics. If you just do this, you get all your 7. And how this works is, let's say I'm doing rhetorical synthesis. I start my review. Let's say I need to get this right. Like, reading and writing is a lot about process and like working on your process and the way that you approach a certain problem, right? So let's say I do this. And let's hopefully get one right. You have to get a question right twice. So I know that sounds stupid when I don't get any right, but okay, this one's A. Boom, get one right and move right to master. So these move to the getting there. You have to get it right twice to master it, right? Because if your process isn't iterating, if it works one time and you just guess, like, it's not proper. Like, you need to get it right twice and then it goes to mastered. And you can slowly master all these things, and this really helps for like boundary questions. And yeah. But let's get this one wrong. Right? And then I go down here and now I'm only practicing boundaries. Like, I'm gonna have to practice this and get it right and do it properly. So that's something I really like. Drill by a skill. So these are going to be really, really specific and help you a lot. We have comprehension drill. So these are based off like real courses, real data, and really help you. So hello, my name is Ashwin. I think that this is the wrong answer. Correct. Hi, my name is Ashwin. Check and show answers. And you get an AI to grade it right here. Ideally, genuinely absent. Idea genuinely absent, right? It actually grades you, and then you have to figure these out. Let's say I keep this one, and I think this one's too strong. Is remarkably, or actually, I know this question is a bad role model. I think that's too strong. Can be overly since overly. That's like a too strong method. This is a bad role model is actually not in the text. I think I remember doing this problem. And often argues them, but fails to change your mind, right? So now you get these, and I think it's that one. Yeah, and it explains everything. B is a trap. Crossing out. Yeah. So it goes through every single question. Those are your drills. Those are totally free. So again, library is totally free. Drills are totally free. Practice tests. These practice tests are off real Blue Book questions. So if you do, let's say we'll just do the first 2 problems, and these are practiced on, trained on those real Blue Book practice tests, and they're on the same variation. So I just did 3, I think, words and context questions. I'm gonna get the easier module because I didn't get enough right. Continue the second module. These are more words and context. Go to check page, turn in, back to library, and you can see words and context, 6 problems, right? Because I got those ones wrong, and you're still doing real Blue Book questions. So when you're doing this, you're actually taking from the real library and you're moving it over to this full test, and you're getting questions you haven't seen. I think you can get like up to 22 full real tests before you run out. So that'll be way more than enough for a lot of people, and you're actually practicing real Blue Book questions. I think it's a massive thing because a lot of other sites, I'm not going to name them, but a lot of other sites use like their own questions, and they're maybe not correct, or like you might feel in the back of your head like this isn't the right kind of question. and like that's like one of the biggest parts of keeping it real and truthful, by doing a full test that's all on Blue Book questions. And that's what I really like. And then hard mode, just faster time, harder band. I'd only do this if your accuracy is super high and you're just trying to work on speed. Then diagnostic, this is one of my favorite things. We're testing a lot of stuff here, but I'm going to skip forward. It's supposed to be low time and high questions because it's testing for something, but I'm not going to say what right now. But again, everything's being analyzed, everything's being tested. We're not going to get proper results from this, but I'm just going to turn this in. What we're really looking for, and a lot of this is about leaks and habits. We call them leaks because it's a habit that you're having a bad thing or a bad repetition or a bad pattern towards that you could fix, that could change your score. So regular behavior check, watching for 3 behavior leaks. I'll get more into it, into the analytics. So let me sign in actually. Analytics are totally free. This whole bottom part is free, but there's some of this stuff that you won't see on the regular version. First things first, let's start from the bottom. This I really like. It's graphs, and these are still measuring. So like we're not going to give you statistics or stuff that we don't even see. Like we're being really, really truthful about it. And then how ready you are. This again is a lot of like you need to take full practice tests so that like we have enough data to give you a readiness score and actually guess where you're at. And if anyone is ever giving you a readiness score or a band or something, don't believe it. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. There's a lot of like stuff and online. Like you need to, just don't believe it because you need all the data that you can. And that probably takes a while before they get like a proper read on you. So yeah, it takes a lot of data. Work on these next. These are your next biggest opportunities. So you can tell like words and context is the highest right now because those are some of the easiest points compared to especially like rhetorical synthesis. Of course, I don't have enough data in there right now, but these are all ranked, right, by what is easiest. So if I did boundary questions, still measuring, of course, but this would immediately get pushed to the top because those are rule-based. Those are easiest. That's where your easiest points are, and that's going to help you right there. But you see right here, here's your next step, and this is going to help a lot of people. It says what your next immediate step is, right? A lot of people get distracted, especially for reading and writing. Like they don't know if they should do this or this. And we also calculate how many more questions you have to do before next retest even matters, right? Like this is just for matters. Like it's not like do 46 questions and then take a practice test. It'll tell you when to take a practice test so we can capture a new baseline. But yeah. And then here are your leaks, right? First, instinct override. You can read through all these. When you review, you second guess. So we're testing all these things. These are always being configured when you're doing your questions, either on the library or on the practice test. Like these are always being measured. And then once you get there, then you can practice those. And these actually are all free on the free version. Anything that has to do with Blue Book questions is totally free 100% of the time. It's just some of the analytics are pro features and etc. Drills. Let's look at today. So this is today. This is actually a Pro Plus feature. I think I might have to sign out to show you guys, but this is from my coach. So like I can look at your stats, I can look at everything, and I can give you immediate recommendations. And like let's take for the example, work on comprehension drill. So I go here. I have to go to comprehension drill. Let's put in something. I think this should work, unless I made the stats that you have to get them right. Yeah, this is off how many you have to get right. So I can either change it to attempts or how many you have to get right. So you have to get 30 correct. So after you get 30 correct, like this will autofill. And then this is for math. Since we don't do math, if I can see from your coach preview like that you need to work on math and math is going to give you a better score, that's what's going to show up here. But again, your next step, build your baseline, is going to give you more stuff, your score over time. Lock your practice tests to unlock your projected score and gap to 800. And then here's a final thing that I'm going to show you, our course, build your baseline. This is in the pro feature. And these are all like, it builds as you go. So let's say you I think you can see this on pro, but your current unit and what you should do next shows up here, your next read. And again, like foundations is this, and then your coach, your 650 plus. So if you just like do tons of volume, you're going to finish these foundations and it's going to show. Let me actually sign out and show you. So yeah, pro course, like you can see this course, but you can't. see what's the next thing. It just says this because like if I had more data on my thing, it would say you should work on this specific thing. If you go to analytics, like, yeah, of course it's going to say this, but like, look, your next biggest opportunity, it'll say exactly what that is. For all these, it's going to say build your baseline right now, because we just need more data on you and we can figure it out what exactly you need so that you can do better in reading and writing. But again, this tool is like only reading and writing focused. I tried to do as much and like build as much analytics behind it. But again, even if you're on the free version, the amount of stuff that we're like providing is so much. And like, if you ever have a suggestion, come here, leave a note, and I read all of these. So please leave a note, leave anything. We also send emails to parents. So the way that works, I can't really pull up something right now, but like if your parents are on your back about like doing practice problems, working on your SAT, we send like super really friendly emails and just like your students studying, or we just send them updates that like, okay, they're focused on their SAT, and you get updates and reminders as well. So that's really good. So just sign in, add your phone. But yeah, we have the pro feature, which is only $30 and it's monthly. And we have the $500 one, which has like a guarantee and everything. We can guarantee that you get your score. And then you can see down here, your course builds itself. So like I did some boundary questions, that's why these are filled. But like if I did some inferences questions, like these are gonna build, and it's gonna say some stats and data like of stuff that I should probably be doing. Let's put some stuff in here. And like this, like again, this is gonna show back over. It'll show up in your drills. It'll show up in your analytics. What did I just do? I just do inferences questions. Yeah, improving. Okay, I still need more data on there, but still, you get the point. Even just the pro feature, I think this would increase a lot of people's score. Just giving that one thing to do per day is going to help you a lot. But nonetheless, it's a great resource. We provide a lot for free. So I think it's something that you should look into, especially if your math score is way higher than your reading and writing score. Just take a look at it. Worst case, you just never use it again. Thank you guys.